Welcome to radicalwellnesstv.com. This is Laura Lee, and I am here with women who are focused on finances, education for women. So what is the need for that in the communities?
Well, I think we have one of the prime examples here, and we'll talk about economics of being a woman and the importance of it later. But I think I'd like to hear Barb's story, and she is one of the typical women that would attend our seminar. A little bit of history about economics of being a woman is that 90% of women will be totally responsible for their own financial wellness at some point in their life, and it's usually due to death or divorce. So in talking with Barb, she has a story that I thought was just so pertinent to why we offer this class.
Okay, well, first off, my name is Barb Heim-Bjornson. I'm with radicalwellnesstv.com as well. But I wanted to introduce Andrea and Megan. Andrea Wasco and Megan Gilbert of Economics of Being a Woman. And I said to them earlier when they were explaining to me exactly what they do, is that, wow, I wish I had you gals education when I was going through my divorce. I put my ex-husband through medical school, a medical practice up in Incline Village, Nevada. I say this nicely. Anyway, it happens to a lot of women. And I lived in a big house, and the money that was given to me every month just covered the mortgage payment. We didn't have enough money to pay the bills usually, or get food or whatever. And I had helped construct the children's cabinet, women's services, and Project Manna up in Incline for quite a few years with a group of other gals. And I donated quite a bit of money to them and helped them get going. And I went from helping these services in town to turning around and having to use them. So it was a very hard time. I had a baby, and I had two other younger girls and in school, and it was hard for me to function. It was really hard. You know, oh gosh, I don't want to start. But anyway.
So were you educated about
no,
finances?
I was
or
totally
have you ever been involved in your finances?
Here's the problem, girls. You want to be in charge of your finances. You don't let your husband say, oh honey, take care of the finances, because that's how I went in our house. So, like, whatever I needed, my household to me, or I had an allowance or whatever. And you know, I thought I trusted him. I trusted him, and I shouldn't have. He was totally untrustworthy. He was planning that divorce for 2 years. So, I mean, what he was doing is ferreting all the, or whatever the word is, putting all of our money offshore, in offshore accounts when he'd go on scuba dive trips, and in other accounts too, around the country. So, and he had support. It was sophisticated. The federal government calls it a sophisticated scam, is what it is. And there's a lot of gals out there that are married to professionals like lawyers or doctors. I would say 90% of the marriages either end up like I did or close to it, unless the gal is in charge of her own finances. So, anyway, do you have any questions for me?
So if your husband would have said, you know, Barb, will you take over the finances, or did he ever offer
No,
to
never
show
did,
you?
because he was hiding things. He planned that divorce for 2 years. For at least 2 years. In the meantime, I got pregnant during those 2 years. I'd had a baby in diapers when we got divorced.
So basically, it sounds like you started off fairly well-to-do, you know, very comfortable financially.
Oh yeah, we were making about 1.7 million a year. Our last year we were together, because we had a big clinic with 5 doctors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and our own lab, our own radiology department. Yeah, we had, you know, everything pretty much that we needed right there. some of the lab things that we sent out, but we were doing a lot of it in the office by the time we broke up. Yeah.
And because of not being knowledgeable about your financial situation and understanding finances, you basically ended up having to rely on the resources that you helped, in fact, set up.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is unfortunate.
And I had to keep going down to Reno from Incline to meet with the accountant. I had a forensic CPA, and then I had to drive to Carson City to see the lawyer, and I was always driving somewhere, and I was volunteering in my kids' classrooms. So I was busy, really busy and really beat. I was always tired. When you have a baby and then all this is going on, I think that was part of his plan. I think he got me pregnant so that I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy nursing and changing diapers and.
Unfortunately, this is common, and this is why we find the need for financial education for women, so that they can feel comfortable. And we always tell women, it's good to be in a relationship, and if you're comfortable in a relationship financially, we believe it's less of a strain on a relationship. Also, men and women think about finances differently. A woman typically uses her money to take care of the family and to take care of her kids. Right. A man takes care of himself. And again, I'm making...
Oh, he certainly did that.
Well, those are general...
Yeah, I'm making generalizations about it, but it's really the need. And what we think about is when you get onto a plane and the flight attendant says, put your oxygen mask on,
right.
Do you put it on the person next to you, or do you put it on yourself first?
You're supposed to put it on yourself first so that you can help the person next to you.
Yeah. And that's really what we're talking about with finances, is taking care of yourself first so that you can take care of others. Because as women, we're caretakers.
Right.
And we like to help others.
I worked, and all my money went to putting him through medical school.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, his dad paid for school, but I paid for all of our living expenses. We both had a car. He wanted to go to racquetball clubs, of course. Medical students are selfish because they're raised to be a doctor. They know they're going to be a doctor from the time they're 10 because their dad's a doctor, whatever.
Yeah.
It's kind of how it goes. So they
So how would she do it different? I mean, what would you recommend so no one walks into that trap?
Well, we would recommend coming to our financial education course, of course. Because the financial education seminar, I've been taken advantage of financially. And so that's why I talk about what happened to me by a financial predator.
Yeah.
And I share that openly because what happened to me, and it was because I was not educated at the time. But I feel like if what I went through can help another woman, then it doesn't make it okay, but it makes it a little more worthwhile. And when you look at the topics that we cover, the topics include reviewing your financial situation. Where are you today? Where do you want to be? And where are you at different points of your life? And all of these apply to women of any ages. So younger women have time on their side, but it's never too late to start saving and looking at your finances. We also talk about budgeting, saving, your life and financial needs at all stages, which might change. Looking at as you retire, or things change.
I'm retired now, so yeah. That's another problem. I was supposed to be, I'm supposed to be getting more Social Security, but because he was in charge of all the finances, he put me down as a dependent when I was actually helping with the office for quite a few years. And that was supposed to be, on Social Security, or on my. You really have to, I guess, you have to go to hospitals and the law schools and be up with the gal so that they see it when they came in, because they have no idea. They don't think their husband's ever going to take them like that, but they do. Mm-hmm. It happens a lot. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they're clever.
So is there any kind of cost to the seminar, and when is it? Is it?
Well, the next seminar that we have is on April 28th. It's all day, and it's from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. We held at the Seaside Resort in California. We also have it or so if there's a group of women, 10 or more, that want to get together, we'll come and do a seminar for you. There is a cost associated with it, and we always tell women that the cost is less per hour than a massage, and the effects last a whole lot longer. So the information that you learn here will be able to be used for the rest of your life. And we talk about vocabulary. The financial vocabulary is so different. Chances are, even if you would have gone in to meet a financial advisor and he said, Barb, your husband's put you into ETFs, you would go, okay, but not really known vocabulary. I don't know what that is.
Yeah. Back up, what's ETS?
Yeah,
As
so
it was, I found out that my CDs and my IRAs were gone. He took them. So I thought I was paid. Somehow he didn't know how he did that.
Stay. Is that
That's correct.
yes? Okay. So she would be a good candidate for this.
she would be an excellent candidate, but really anyone of any age, we would like to reach out to sorority sisters. You know, what better age than to get women when they're young, but also so that they can start thinking and
That's
learning
true.
about it.
That's true. College level would be perfect.
Yeah. And we always tell women you'll learn as much from us in the seminars as you will from each other, because we all have different experiences with spouses, significant others. What's different about us, we provide financial education only. We do not sell any financial products, so we're not there to sell you any financial products. We're not there to sell you stocks or bonds or anything.
Okay.
We teach you the financial objectives about learning about your finances, and then the next step is that you'll go and meet with your financial advisor, or you'll meet with your estate attorney, or you'll meet with your insurance person. In fact, we
So you
have
can guide the person to the kind of person they need to speak with.
well, we don't guide you to who you need to speak with, but we teach you how to check out your broker. So the idea is that you learn to find out if your broker is who she or he says they are before you go and take your hard-earned money.
If you were going to go see like someone like Edward Jones or something like that, or one of these that overlook your money.
Well, the idea would be that you would have all of your information together. So it makes the financial advisor's job easier, because when you go in to meet with them, you know a clear financial picture of where you are. And then when you go to meet with them, they can give you specific recommendations based on the information that you've compiled yourself. And then same thing.
It's just empowerment.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Taking
what I
it's
needed.
like, adding more
Yeah.
tools to your toolkit, if you will, and being more confident in your situation, more confident of the questions that you would like to ask whoever that may be.
Right.
And
See, I
and,
didn't even
and-
know how to choose a financial advisor because I never did.
Exactly, right. Yeah. So being able, so you gotta have more to offices.
Uh-huh.
You're gonna be able to, sit up straight, stand up straight, and not be
I
taking
know what I'm talking
and
about. I
not
know what
take,
to
be
ask.
taken
Yeah.
advantage of.
'Cause I wouldn't even know what to ask. I'm not.
Yeah.
very-
So those are the topics that we go over.
Yeah.
and
I'm not
we- and
very
there's
well
actually-
educated in this area.
There's also hands-on exercises that we do in class.
Okay.
As an individual as well as
Mhm.
in small groups.
Right.
We have a safe and more of a safe
A
environment.
safe environment, so where what people hear there, they keep it confidential. And then some women have formed groups outside of this, so they've said, we want to learn how to retire abroad.
Mhm.
And so that's what we support. And then once you come through the seminar, we do have financial people or estate attorneys that come in as speakers after the seminars, and those are all free. So once you pay for the initial seminar, you can talk with any of those people that are doing the mini sessions about specific topics for free. It's kind of basically a lifelong learning.
So how would they get in touch with you?
So you can go to our website. It's economicsofbeingawoman.com. Again, economicsofbeingawoman.com. And this is not a new program. This was a program that was developed by Libby Agron, who is from the Los Angeles area, who worked with high net worth individuals like yourself.
Right.
And she developed this program because she found that a woman needed to be educated about her finances, specifically when there were changes in her life, death, divorce, a promotion. Not all of them were bad, but just understanding the changes and understanding having kids. The impact that comes on. Right now I'm faced with taking care of aging parents. And some of us are faced with that as well. So really looking at the total picture so that we can plan ahead. But Barbara, I want to thank you for your honesty and for sharing your story and hopefully what you have gone through.
Well, I would like to take one of your classes, so I'm a good candidate for that.
Thank you so much, ladies. That was very educational. Love life, and life will love you back.
Thank you.